Capitol Hill. It's not the heat, it's the stupidity. Congressman over here. The stakes are enormous and huge. The Congress of the United States under Article 1 has the power to investigate in order to inform our deliberations about how to legislate going forward. That's what this is about. I mean, there are people who are calling in every day. There are people who have had a change of heart, or people who feel like they've got a legal duty and a moral responsibility to participate in this process. So we're getting lots and lots of testimony, lots of people coming forward, and we are going to be able to tell a comprehensive story if we can get everybody's testimony. It would be a serious problem if we were able to get everybody's testimony except for Steve Bannon and say 4 or 5 other people who refuse to testify. We're just not going to allow that to happen.
Are you guys going to jail someone if they don't inherit? I mean, it's talked about a lot. It's talked about during impeachment, but
I mean, we don't have punitive intentions here. We're not out to jail people or fine people or whatever. We're out to get to the truth of what happened. People cannot obstruct justice in this way. People cannot violate subpoenas of the U.S. Congress. And again, we'll use the sanctions that are at our disposal, not in a vindictive way, not in a punitive way, but in order to see that the rule of law is vindicated. People who are calling in every day, there are people who have had a change of heart, or people who... But the whole impeachment investigation and the trial were about one guy, Donald Trump, and one crime, incitement to violent insurrection. But of course, there were dozens, if not scores of crimes committed on that day. Maybe hundreds of crimes were committed on that day. But really what the investigation is about is, how was this planned? How was it organized? How was it funded? How were the different elements coordinated? And what was the synchronization between the political coup that was targeting Vice President Pence, hang Mike Pence, to try to force him to return electoral college votes to the states? How was that synchronized with the violence that was unleashed against us on that day? We're trying to reconstruct this whole pattern of events, and we would hope that every American would be on our side in trying to figure this out. And there are a lot of patriots out there, and you saw them in Chairman Thomas. There is more than one whistleblower who's out there. And there are people who feel like democracy hangs in the balance. And so we have to get this right. We're in a completely brave new world in terms of social media and the ability to disseminate messages, including false messages, including violent incitement messages, quickly. We need to know what to do about that. And that, I think, in the final analysis, will be one of the toughest things that this committee has got to address.